Good evening, this is Family Life Update. I am Maricel Badilla.
I'm Bianca Helito, and here are this week's top news on family and life.
This is one of my favorite news stories for this week. In the Philippines, oral arguments for the RH law begin on July 9.
Oh, exciting.
Yep, very exciting. Next Tuesday on July 9, the Supreme Court will hold its oral argument on the case of the reproductive health law, as recently decided by the Supreme Court after a series of conferences with the petitioners and the respondents. The issues of the RH law are now reduced to the following now. Take note, whether or not it violates the autonomy of the local government and the equal protection of law, it does. Whether or not it violates the right to life and health, it does. Whether or not it violates natural law and disregards intergenerational responsibility, it does. And whether or not it violates freedom of religion and speech and academic freedom, it does.
So if you're a part of the Supreme Court,
It's struck down, anti-constitutional. Anyway, in the community I'm in, CFC-FL, we're very anti-RH bill. You should know that too. And I've attended so many rallies, and I'm very supportive of this hearing that they will strike it down.
Will you be there?
Fingers crossed. Yes, I'll be there.
Are you going to talk?
Rally outside.
Oh, the rally
Watch
outside.
for me there. I'll be there.
It's too bad you can't enter the podium and,
I would love to. Maybe I should have completed my law degree. It was also agreed during the hearing that the petitioners would first take the podium on the first day of oral arguments on July 9. The respondents and interveners, on the other hand, would have their turn to argue before the justices in the next hearing to be set on that day.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who are do you know the petitioners and
There are a lot of groups that have intervened.
Ah.
CFC-FL is one of them. I know Filipinos for Life for another. And there are a lot of many other groups that are part in some schools as well. So people are really getting involved. I think last time I checked, 12. So it's a pretty big number. And I know a lot of people are still trying to get into it, trying to join. So it's something to look out for.
Yeah, so that's let's watch out for that.
Definitely. Watch for me there. July.
Alright. On other news, and still in the Philippines, now confirmed, UNFPA spent $11 million to push RH in the country.
Unbelievable.
The United Nations Population Fund, or UNFPA, released last June its 2012 annual report dubbed Promises to Keep,
I wonder what those promises are.
citing millions of dollars were channeled to fund contraceptives in developing
There you go.
countries,
11 million.
including the Philippines. UNFPA Executive Director, help me out here, Javi, Dr. Babatunde Osokimehin, presented the annual report to UNFPA's Executive Board, highlighting its activities in 2012, and among them, the distribution of funds to different countries to push for reproductive health worldwide.
$11 million.
Wow! Can you imagine?
Just for-
Can you imagine how many houses, how many schools, how many children will be sent to
Exactly.
school with
Just-
that much money?
School just started a few weeks ago, and you see that there's a lack of classrooms,
And there are
lack of tables, books.
and there are classrooms getting flooded.
I know, exactly. And then 11 million for condoms and contraceptives. According to the report, UNFPA channeled more than $11 million to fund Philippine-based civil society groups, which push for the passage of the controversial RH bill now known as Republic Act 10354. And that money, like we've been saying, can be used in better ways, like funding hospitals, schools, roads, everything. I mean, there's so much more that you can use. That
And
money.
giving
$11 million.
food, and giving food, putting food on the table of each
That's
half
$1
of
billion
the
pesos.
Philippines.
Just imagine. Can you imagine? Moving to other news in other parts of Asia. In China, in the city of Guizhou, forced contraception or sterilization on all women of childbearing age. That's ridiculous. The Chinese government has given notice to citizens of that city that all women of childbearing age must be fitted with intrauterine devices or IUDs, or be permanently sterilized via tubal ligations.
So by must, it means that they don't have
They don't have
choice.
choice.
Yeah.
So that's also
their pro-choice.
There's also their one-child policy, so it must be connected somehow. Women who are currently in compliance with the one-child policy, exactly, must be fitted with IUDs. However, women who are in violation of the population control law with 2 children must present themselves for tubal ligations. That's insane, if you ask me.
I can't imagine that happening here in the Philippines.
I know. I have 4 kids, and I can't imagine life with just 2 of them. All 4 make my life complete.
If no one will stop the implementation of the RH law, this will happen like
Will happen here.
anytime now.
Yeah, exactly.
The government is using both monetary rewards and threats that women who lose access to government-run social services in order to coerce women into submitting themselves for the temporary and permanent sterilizations. There are reports that these measures are underway in other provinces as well.
It's gonna come here sooner or later. It started with the RH bill, RH law, and now this thing.
So everyone had better, stand up.
Exactly. July 9th, see you there. And now we bring you Maricel Badilla for our feature topic this week.
Thank you, Javi and Bianca. Good evening, friends. This week, I bring to you an interesting feature, Family Day on a Rainy Day. Here comes the rain again. Can you hear it from outside? But just because there's bad weather outside doesn't mean we cannot have a good time inside our homes with our family. And so tonight, I will give you a few ideas, a few fun things that you can do together with your kids during this rainy season. First off is have a family film festival at home. This is the time where you can cuddle up inside your rooms near the TV where you can watch some of your favorite family movies. Gather up some few blankets, some pillows, and of course prepare those healthy snacks like popcorn and drinks and put them near the television set and snuggle up as a family to watch your favorite movies. Suggested movies could be Finding Nemo, Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion King, and The Incredibles. And then you have to take time to discuss the movie afterwards so that you can point out the moral values to your children and possibly clarify or explain some concepts that may not have been clearly understood by your children. Second, I suggest that we can do a cook fest wherein our family can cook together. Each family member can contribute to the phase in the cooking process. One can wash the vegetables, another can start cutting up the vegetables, and one could be sauteing the food. And if you have more family members, one could be the taste tester. Wearing aprons would complete the look. Cook also food that can warm the body. Some of my suggestions would include chicken soup or broth-based recipes, the time-old loved sinigang, nilaga, or possibly tinola. You may also want to try a new well-recommended recipe from friends, or better yet, you can also create your own family recipe. Consider making warm drinks too, like tea, coffee, calamansi juice, or ginger tea that is perfect for the cold weather. And also, you might want to try giving these drinks a bit of a twist, like putting honey or calamansi in your tea. But also, I suggest that you can also do baking cookies with a cup of hot chocolate. Yum! It makes the perfect time for a cup of hot chocolate with cookies to boot. You can bake them and prepare these homemade treats as a family. And the perfect ending would be to set up your own picnic basket and picnic blanket on the living room floor and enjoy the fruits of your labor as a family, having dinner on the floor of your living room. Don't worry about the fuss of the messy kitchen. Your family will also enjoy cleaning up together. Third, I suggest that you play games as a family. It might be board games, or you can set up an all-day tournament of checkers and chess. Or you can play charades too with different categories like movies, artists, celebrities, etc. Try also holding some silly relay games such as running with eggs on spoons or a ball between your legs. Surely your kids will enjoy that. You also may prepare simple healthy snacks to go along with these fun games. Fourth, read or tell stories to one another. I particularly enjoyed this suggestion. Your family history can be told by your parents, or how your parents met would be a good starting story. How your lolo and lola got together would be things that you can share with your family. And you can take turns in adding to a story that you will all make up together. Your dreams as a family, or you can create your own family adventure that you want to take in the future. And the best activity of all, get wet. You can go out into the rain, sing, dance, Jump in the puddles of water and make splashes all around. Or you can do your relay games out in the water. Again, this can get messy, but it can be a lot of fun. Of course, as parents, you are the best judge whether the rains outside are harmless or safe enough for a brief moment of fun and play. There you have it, 5 ideas of family and fun even without the sun. Have a film festival, a cook fest, a sports fest with lots of relay games and fun games, storytelling, and best, get wet. If you have more rainy day tips for families, do send them to us. Stay safe, everyone. Remember, our children are God's gifts to us, and they deserve only the best. This is Maricel Badilla for Family and Life Update. I bring you over now to Javi and Bianca.
Thank you, Sel, for that very timely feature.
It's the rainy season and you just have to keep yourself healthy, especially the children. Eat well, drink a lot of water.
Sleep a lot.
Sleep a lot. Oh, that's what I would love to sleep. A lot of sleep.
And it's nice to sleep with sorry.
When
when it's cold.
Exactly.
When it's cold and
Except
rainy
on July 9,
Yeah.
you have to be awake for the rally.
So you better meet, Happy will meet you there outside the
Supreme Court. Yeah. That's it this week. Read more about these stories at familylifeupdate.com. We're on Facebook also. Just search for Family Life Update. On Twitter, it's Official Family.
Thanks for watching us. Share the word about us, Family and Life Update.
Know the issues, make a stand. Follow Family and Life Update. And for our quote for this week from Blessed Teresa of Calcutta, what can you do to promote world peace? Go home and love your family. That's it for this week. Good night, everyone.